Next, we're going to take our rough mock-up and we're going to create our final vector. Now right here you can see this top section is what we worked on in that last lesson, just kind of mocking up some basic imagery. Now what I've done is, just with paper, I've gone and kind of solidified the sketch. I've added some detail, just a really quick sketch, and I've tried to incorporate like stylized wind, tail feather, a man's face, the bear catching a fish in the middle. We've got some stars, some clouds, and we've got our eagles right here. So you can kind of see how I've got kind of this lined out, and you'll notice as we paint, when we outline, it'll kind of have this same type of look as we're painting, filling in the outline. But this just gives you a good idea about how you can, on a computer, just create something quick, mock up. But then old school paper, we can draw a sketch and scan it in. In this case, I took a picture of it with my smartphone and brought it in. Now I'm using Flash. You can use kind of whatever tool you like. For this, I want to create a vector because I want to have crisp, clean lines and image scalability in case something's not right with the projection. I can really scale the image versus with a raster image. You can scale, but you lose that crispness. That you just lose that. So what I'm going to do is, this section here, I'm going to take you quickly through how I isolate an area, and I'm just going to vectorize a section and then show you my method of doing that, which is probably how a lot of people do it, and then you'll get a good idea about how to go about doing it and how long it would take to just mock out and vectorize a little section of your scan. So right here, I'm going to zoom into an area and pick a good area. I think I'm going to work on this paw. Okay. So grab the pencil tool. What I like to do is I like to choose a really wild color for the pencil so that I can distinguish it from my line drawing. So what I'm going to do right now is, this area is going to be black. This area here is going to be, I think, like an orange color. This is going to be like an orange color. These are going to be white, and this area is going to be black. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to quickly line out this paw. Now you'll notice like some of the lines are off. And most vector programs, you can just go in, grab them, clean them up. Illustrator's great for this. Inkscape is great. I've always been partial to using Flash as a drawing tool. Most people don't know that originally when Flash came out, that's what it was. It was just a drawing tool. All the web stuff came later. So what I like about this is that I can just throw down lines quickly, pull, drag, and you'll be doing a lot of this no matter what tool you use. You just kind of do that there. And this swirl. play with this a little bit because so we have this area, and I can tweak. Okay, that looks pretty cool. And so, you know, the way we have this drawing is there's going to be quite a bit of like isolation from areas. So like if I start dropping color, I'm not going to get that kind of outline that I want, because this area will have to be black, this will have to be a color, a light color, and then like this would be black. So just for lining out purposes, let me line out this area of the bear, and this area, and I'm just going to create this outline just to show you how I want to isolate this paw. Now what I want to do is I want to drop some color, and you can see how I'm going to get this kind of Northwest Native American look with the heavy black outline. Drop the white for the stylized nail area. And let me drop some orange for the swirl. Now I've got to clean up something here because this area has to be swirled out. Oops. Didn't want to move the whole image there. Just this. Close this loop here. And we've got that. And then drop that color in there. So you can see we have our paw right there. And what I like to do is sometimes keep this outline just in case maybe I want to go back and change something. I have this kind of outline armature, if you will, that will allow me to change up things if I need to. Like if I need to make something tighter, I can make it tighter. So what I'm going to do is, I want to isolate this whole paw area. So let me just grab another color here. Okay. So from there, now you can see how this is shaping up better. Now, you know, we've got all this green and it's kind of hard to tell kind of what's going on here. Now what I want to do is I want to get rid of the green outline so that we can get a better idea of what we've got right here. So I can either double click these lines and delete. You can also erase just with the line. Erase lines. So a lot of this is just kind of Flash specific stuff, but all your programs have some functionality that will let you do this. And all I'm doing is selecting the line and virtual keyboard deleting. So now you get a good idea of what we've got here. We've got this nice graphic, crisp outline. And this work here is something that you can easily replicate, you can easily project. And I can even go through now and tweak things a little further. So I got some areas I missed. And then once you zoom in, if you want to get crazy with it, you can really go in and really fine-tune things and get them exactly to your liking. So you can see how we can quickly vector the work out. And I'll just group it here real quick. So we can quickly isolate and group things out this way. To get a better idea of what we've created down here. Now I'm going to show you the final mock-up. And I use the same process to create this mock-up. Let's open this up. And here we are. This is the crisp version. You can see I added some more detail on that paw. But as you can see, it's that same deal there. But this one I erased all my green lines. But I use that same process to just draw my lines, fill in my areas. And this way we have a really nice, graphic, scalable image that we can use as our final mural mock-up. And exporting this image out, we could then take that image and use it in Posterizer to scale it up and down depending on the size of our surface. So from here we've got the basic wall layout. I've got the layout superimposed over the mural just to give me a good idea of kind of how things are partitioned out and how they're sectioned out. That way I can tackle it from two sections, or I can tackle it in groups of two, depending on what I'm painting on. I can use just panels, small panels, bigger panels, or a whole wall. So you want to use your program, whether it be vector or raster, depending on what you're good at, to really slice and dice your mural, to kind of get a good idea of how you're going to tackle such a big project. So not only can you use it for the art aspect of it, but you can also be using it for kind of your planning and your tactics of how you're going to pull this thing off.